LDplayer is Android emulator especially designed for gaming and a very powerful Android emulator that has been recently updated to 4.0.3. LD is fully loaded with Play Store so we can access all of our gaming apps. In this emulator, we can also have LD Store which is fully loaded with games and other Android apps. On the right side of LDplayer, we have a column consisting all features including settings, keyboard mapping, volume up and down, full screen, screenshot and much more. In the settings where we can see a lot of settings options, in the game settings, in the frame rate setup, you can play games up to 120 frame rate per second. You can even change a wallpaper in LDplayer. LDplayer supports multiple instances, so you can play several games simultaneously. LD is freeware and absolutely free to download and install on your PC. It supports up to Android 7.1.
Also, a tip that I have about like trying to get, you know, like proficient enough at Arknights or just understanding the game, I really recommend when you do like practices and stuff, when you do practices or like completing levels, like doing them over, honestly going through and using people's like potential three insane super units, like while it seems cheap and like, yeah, it's kind of overpowered to just take some like level 105 guys unit, it's actually good in terms of just learning how to use those like more complicated units without putting the time into it. Like if you want to like improve at Arknights or something like that, it's actually a good idea to like go into stages with like say Searcher with like Twilight level 3 or like Mudrock's Crag Splitter, just to like get a handle on, you know, how those moves are supposed to be used properly. I think I did that right. Yeah, it's like, cause like there's a lot of weird but useful skills that you don't really get a hold of until you know, try them. Like, for example, Volcano is a really strong move, but it requires having to like know how you place her and where you should place her and like how it will work out. And especially with Searcher in particular, like this is the strongest thing in the game, but if you don't have Searcher or you don't have like the necessary resources to even get her to that stage where she's useful, like just simply using a Searcher and just seeing how somebody else has built her up to be this strong, like, is actually good for learning how it works. Honestly, I really suggest it for Mudrock in particular because like Anemone defenders are pretty